them in a napkin. She gave the parcel to Colm and took back her basket. "Thanks, Kathleen. I will have a grand breakfast. I best get on my way. I'm on afternoon shift. Be careful. Mind how you go."
"You too, Colm. And good luck with the new baby."
Kathleen continued walking, wondering how her old friend would feed his growing family. She would speak to Lily about getting a parcel of clothes and other goodies sent over to his wife. What Colm needed was someone like his mother. When Mrs. Fleming had been alive, she had helped save many in the tenements, including Kathleen and her family. She strode through a small alley before coming to Granny's front door. Taking a deep breath, she knocked. Granny Belbin took her time to answer. She was getting less steady on her feet, but refused to admit she was too old to live alone. She opened the door a fraction. Then, seeing Kathleen, she opened it wider to let her enter, greeting her with a moan.
"'Tis yourself. I wondered if you had forgotten about me."
Kathleen ignored the cranky tone.
"I brought you some cookies. I thought you might like company."
Granny Belbin raked Kathleen from head to foot.
"You got something on your mind. You're here for more than just a visit. Out with it. Is it Kenny?"
Kathleen forced a smile on her face, not wanting to show how nervous she was. Granny could tell what she was thinking. No, that was silly. Nobody could read someone's mind, not even when they had the gift of reading tea leaves. A large fire roared in the chimney, a sign Minnie, Mike and Tommy were keeping Granny in comfort. Kathleen shivered despite the warmth of the room. She shouldn't be thinking of messing with things she didn't understand. She didn't realise she'd stayed silent so long until Granny spoke again.
"Are you going to stand there like a mute or start talking?"
"Granny, Kenny is fine. In fact, he wrote to you again. I brought his letter. I would love to hear how he is."
Kathleen knew Granny Belbin couldn't read any more. Nobody knew if she ever could, but now she blamed her eyesight. But God help anyone who mentioned her lack of ability. The woman was likely to show the person the door in due speed.
"Suit yourself. I suppose you want a cup of tea, too."
Kathleen nodded her head, took off her coat and hung it on the peg on the back of the door.
"Make yourself at home, why don't you?"
Granny muttered. Kathleen sighed. She was regretting the visit already. Chapter 2. When Kathleen had first come to visit the old woman, she wondered how Lily had the patience to deal with the grumpy old lady. But after all these years, she understood it was anxiety that made Granny the way she was. Life around her was changing. In the old days, she could put the fear of God into the local kids. She'd saved Minnie, Mike and Tommy from the streets and quite a few others. But now, with the likes of Monk Eastman and the other gangs in the area, she didn't feel as protected. Minnie, Mike and Tommy had put the word out that she was untouchable, but still the old lady fretted. Kathleen wished she would come live at the sanctuary, but when Lily offered the invitation, Granny told Lily to leave and take her workhouse with her. Kathleen smiled at the memory of Lily's face when she told Kathleen what the woman had said. Lily was so affronted. She didn't care Granny had banned her from visiting. Lily swore she wouldn't come to see the old woman again until her temper settled. But being kind-hearted, Lily always made sure Tommy or Mike took a basket of goodies to Granny and checked up on the old woman regularly.
"Will you start on the letter, or is it Christmas you was waiting for?"
Granny asked, pulling Kathleen out of her thoughts.
"Sorry."
Kathleen opened the envelope in front of Granny to prove she hadn't read it before her visit. She coughed to clear her voice and then started to read.
"Dear Granny, myself and Jack Jr. are doing fine now. Junior was sad for a while after Jack died, but now he is back to normal. I told him Jack was old and in pain. 10 years is a good age for a dog, don't you think?"
Kathleen exchanged a smile with Granny before continuing the letter.
"I hate my new school, but Ma won't listen. I want to be back with Mrs. Collins, but she says I am too old. She says the new master will teach me, as he knows more than she does. I don't think she's right. The new master doesn't seem to know much. He never heard of Hell's Kitchen or Monk Eastman or nothing like that."
"Why would anyone need to know about Eastman?"
Granny asked, but Kathleen assumed the question was rhetorical. She continued to read.
"How are you? I hope you're eating properly. Would you come and..."